when you're a kid and you're not embraced or you don't fit in, that's all you want is to fit in. When you're older, you can start to embrace that you are different, you're always going to be different, and that is also a good thing.
I was born and raised in Vietnam. I came here when I was in high school. Didn't know any English, and so my first years was, starting to learn English, just me and my dictionary every day after school. I had a lot of teachers that helped me, but there was also a lot of teachers that didn't really believe in me. I went to get my master in public health, and after one of my exams, the teacher assistant straight out told me that I shouldn't be allowed to be getting a master because I'm not American.
I was born in Seoul, Korea. A little bit after I was 2 years old, I was adopted and came over to the United States. Growing up, it was a lot of love in our family. The larger community, I think, had questions about who I was, who we were as a family, because none of us looked like our parents. I didn't feel like I fit into my Asian community, and I also didn't feel like I fit into any other community, because it was always like, what are you? Why are you with parents that don't look like you or don't look like us?
I was born in the Philippines and I immigrated to the United States when I was a month shy of 11. I remember going to the beach with a friend from grade school, and she was putting peroxide in her hair because she wanted to lighten it, and I wanted to do the same because you wanted to look like everybody else, right? You don't want to stand out.
I was born in Sacramento, graduated high school here, graduated college here. Growing up, I always thought I was like an American, felt like an American, sounded like an American, but obviously I found out I didn't look like an American. Even like your friends, like we always mess around, say stuff like terrorists and things like that, but it bothered me for a long time, but after a while you just kind of get used to it.
When you feel left out, you really don't want to be different. I tried a lot of different things, sports, I tried skateboarding, and I love skateboarding, and I think that that's sort of something that stuck with me. That is where I found a small community of friends who I guess also didn't feel like they fit into, and that really helped me.
I really wanted to be American. I want to be westernized. And so I didn't want to recognize my roots as Vietnamese and Asian. And so I stepped away from that. And I think that I kind of lost a sense of who I am. As I got older, mature, with a lot of strong female mentors, that's when I started going back. There's a saying in Vietnamese, nước chảy về nguồn, meaning that no matter where you go, no matter where the water flows, it will go back to its root. That's when I realized that I'm gonna tell my story and that I should share it because there's a lot of complexity to a person, and so you might not see everything just by one look.
It really took me a long time to overcome wanting to be like everybody else. One of my mentors helped encourage me to write about my experience and talk about it. And in the end, I ended up where I started, which is I'm a woman of Asian descent, Filipino, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
I'm in the APA ERG at Blue Shield of California. It is a group that is for Asian Americans and allies to create this voice for Blue Shield of California where we're seen, we're heard, and we can also feel like part of a community.
Being able to see someone that looks like you succeed is really important. And I feel like that'll help kids today. Like, it still helps me. It's still nice to see, like on ERG every once in a while, someone got promoted, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. It gives you like, oh, I could do that too.
There are many ways that you can benefit from an ERG, even if you are not a person of color. You can be an ally and understand people's point of views.
Allyship is so important because there's still, even now, this sense that certain people don't belong just because of the way they look or where they were born.
It's hard to figure out who you are, whether you should say something or self-identify. That's why you should join an ERG, because then if you have questions on what to do, then at least you can get advice from somebody who understands where you're coming from.
At Blue Shield of California, something that is embraced is diversity, is inclusion, is all of the differences that we bring to the table. Not only is that just an important thing for everybody to be able to find in the world, but at the workplace especially.